children really belong to their parents? Most of us would immediately answer yes. But Kahlil Gibran gives a completely different answer. And that's what makes this one of the most thought-provoking poems in your Class 12 English syllabus. Hello everyone. Today, we are going to learn one of the most beautiful and philosophical poems, On Children, written by Kahlil Gibran. Kahlil Gibran, 1883 to 1931, was a Lebanese-American poet, philosopher, writer, and artist. He is best known for his masterpiece, The Prophet, which has been translated into more than 100 languages and remains one of the most widely read books in the world. This poem is taken from The Prophet. The book revolves around a wise man named Al-Mustafa, who has lived in the city of Orphalese for many years. As he prepares to leave the city, people gather around him and ask questions about different aspects of life, such as love, marriage, work, freedom, children, and death. Among them, a woman holding her baby close to her chest requests, "Speak to us of children." In response, Al-Mustafa shares a timeless message about the true meaning of parenthood. Rather than giving parenting tips, the poet presents a beautiful philosophy. He explains that children are independent individuals with their own thoughts, dreams, and purpose in life. Parents are not owners of their children. They are their guides, caregivers, and well-wishers. Their role is to nurture them with love, values, and support while giving them the freedom to become who they are meant to be.
Now, let's understand the poem stanza by stanza. And a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, when the fictional prophet Al-Mustafa is about to leave the city of Orphalese, people gather around him to seek his wisdom. A woman holding her baby close to her chest requests him to speak about children. Through her question, the poet introduces the topic of parenthood and prepares us for a profound message about the relationship between parents and children. He says, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you." The poet begins with a surprising statement that children do not belong to their parents. They are a continuation of life itself, and parents are only the means through which they enter the world. Although children live with their parents, they have their own identity, purpose, and destiny. Parents are caretakers, not owners. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. Here, the poet explains the limits of parental authority. Parents should give their children love, care, and protection, but they should not force their own ideas, opinions, or dreams upon them. Every child has an independent mind and a unique future. While parents can care for their children's physical needs, they cannot control their thoughts, aspirations, or destiny.
You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. The poet advises parents to learn from the younger generation, instead of expecting children to become copies of themselves. Every generation grows up in a different world, and life always moves forward. Therefore, parents should encourage their children to grow according to the needs of the future, rather than holding on to the past. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. In the final part of the poem, Kahlil Gibran uses a beautiful metaphor. Parents are compared to bows, children to living arrows, and God to the archer.
Just as a bow helps an arrow reach its destination, parents prepare and support their children for life's journey, while God alone knows their ultimate destination and purpose. The bending of the bow symbolizes the sacrifices, struggles, and responsibilities of parenthood. These challenges make children stronger and help them move forward in life. The poet encourages parents to accept these sacrifices with joy, reminding them that God loves not only the child who flies like an arrow, but also the parent who remains strong and steady like the bow.
Kahlil Gibran presents a timeless philosophy of parenting that is just as relevant today as it was when he wrote this poem. He reminds us that children are not meant to fulfill their parents' unfulfilled dreams. They are unique individuals blessed with their own talents, thoughts, and purpose. A parent's greatest responsibility is not to control a child, but to provide love, values, guidance, and encouragement. Like a bow that releases an arrow towards its destination, parents must prepare their children with patience and confidence, and then trust them to find their own path. The poem leaves us with a powerful message. True love does not possess, true guidance does not dominate, and true parenting gives children the freedom to grow into the best version of themselves. Thank you for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Learner's Deck. See you in the next lesson.